Good morning.
Morning.
We're a whole mood today.
It's a whole mood.
Look, we want you to come in and like and share and everything. We're talking about leveling up today. We got our whole little mood going on today. We want you to come on in. We're waiting for you to get in.
Y'all see this? Y'all ain't ready for this. It's Sunday
ready.
morning. You wasn't ready for this
Right.
morning. We
Good
can't
morning.
even see. Hey, that's
Okay,
Boo. Hey, Clint.
This Boo, right? The
Producer is in. It's
Hey,
official.
Tina. Yeah. So I'm going to look down for a minute because we in a whole mood right now. We're going to talk about leveling up. We're going to take these glasses off. We acting ignorant. But
Real. Yeah, because we can't see nothing in the daytime with these glasses on. We're
Right.
over 35.
Right.
No,
Hey, Lonnie. Okay, so we want you guys to get on in here on this morning because we want to talk about, coming to that next level. And I used the picture of Sierra and Future and Russell, but we're not going to talk specifically about that. But we want you to get on in, come on in and like and share the page. I'm going to go in and like and share. Oh, I lost us. Hold on a second, guys. So, yeah, we want you to get on in here. We talked. Hey, Lala's in. Good morning. Hey, Claire said good morning. Okay, guys. So, we want to go ahead and get this show going today. Look, we have been.
We gotta take them off.
We got to. Hey, cute.
was cute.
Look, she was cute. But I couldn't see anything. Look, I'm trying to work and be cute, and it's not working.
It's not working together.
Look, we had a whole conversation last week about that counterfeit love, and so now we want to talk a little bit about leveling up. Actually, me and Clint had a conversation about it yesterday, and just how I felt about it, and we had, we shared our opinions about that. So,
okay, do tell.
He and I have this thing. He swears that I'm pro woman, which I am.
Okay,
and so he said you don't ever see the things from the male perspective, and I said it's not really about getting to your better man. It's some things that a woman or a person, now this is not just for the women, but it's the things that a person has to do to work on them first before they can even see something in someone else.
Okay.
So that's what my perspective was.
Okay.
Like really, and he was, just talking about sometimes, or like I used what's her name? Oh God, Cardi B for an example. I was like, well, shoot, this dude coming to apologize to her, and he calling her bruh and the N-word, and he's like, but look what she calls herself.
Right.
So I was like, okay, but we talked a little bit about that, but just again, that whole idea of fixing things within us, and then so that we can be able to see ourselves different and look after the person that we should be with in the first place.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sierra and Russell and Sierra and Future. Well, first of all, Sierra got this amazing song called Level Up. And the whole thing about it is that she was with Future. There was a lot of, back and forth with them as far as adultery and things. Well, they weren't married, but him cheating on her and things like that, having children by different people. And then here this other guy that she's with, Russell Wilson, and like her whole life is in a different place right now. Not just financially, it is financially, but just you can tell spiritually, emotionally from what they present to us. Because of course we don't know them, but from what they present to us, she's in a different place. And so that's what a lot of women have been having this discussion. Like, man, she hit it. She hit the right place. But I guess the conversation is: did something in her change first, or was it that?
Oh, absolutely.
And then both, or that love that he had for her, the way he was a different type of man, did that change things for her?
I'm gonna just chime in right there, Angel. I believe that it starts in the mind. You got to get to a place where you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
You got to get to a place where you're tired of just going through the same old cycles, in life.
Right.
And that's what we do. That's when we make our greatest change. Either something tragic has to happen and it forces us to change, or we just get to a place where I gotta do something. You get on a scale and it's 20 pounds heavier than it was the last time you got on there. Either you're okay with that, or it's like, I gotta do something. You keep going to this place of employment every day and it's draining you.
Right.
At some point in time, either you end up without that job, or you're like, I gotta do something. I gotta make some moves. So I just believe, and I mean, I don't know her personally, but I just believe that somewhere in her mind and somewhere in her heart, she felt like something had to change. But in order for that change to occur, I believe she had to be in a place to accept the change. Right. Because there are a lot of times people will get on the scale and they'll see those numbers rise and they'll be okay with that. And they'll continue in that cycle because they're not in a place where they're willing to accept the changes that are needed.
Yeah, the sacrifices. And what happens with us ladies, and I'm just going to be real with us. Okay, so I got some comments early in. Lala said, somebody hardened us up. But Lala said, yes, renewing of the mind, and then act and apply. And then, Kim, my mom always got, she the producer number 2. You'll sound okay. Everybody else
sound good, mine.
But, one thing that happens with us a lot, ladies, and I'm speaking to the ladies, I know the men are in, and men, we want to hear from you.
Definitely.
We go from different package, same spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we had to ask ourselves, what is it in us that's drawing different package? Hey, Pilar, but same spirit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're not leveling up just because you change man,
mm-hmm.
change relationships, even if you change places.
Mm-hmm.
If something in you is not changing and something in us is not changing, then we're not leveling up.
Absolutely.
We're staying right on the same playing field. And I found that in my own life, like, okay, different body, different package, different name, same spirit, you know? And so it wasn't until I started saying, okay, what is it in me that needs to change?
Right.
And ladies, we have some concrete things in us. Hey, Angela, far as our boundaries, okay, that's one thing. That's one thing I knew I had to change. Angel, what are your boundaries? Have you set boundaries for? Okay, this is what I will do. This is what I will not do. And those things make a tremendous difference in how we approach our interactions with other people.
Wow.
Okay, and so leveling up. So it's like, again, ladies, it's not just because we don't want you to sit here and think, oh, if I just get a better man, then I somehow have leveled up. Before you even get to that place, what is this? What is it in you that needs to change? What is it in you that you need to get on the come up? Like I used to tell people all the time, when I was in an impoverished situation, I always saw more. You know, even when I was in that place, you know, where I didn't have this and didn't have that, I still saw myself with more, and not just tangible material things, but just
life.
More. Yeah. And so where is it in your life that you have just settled? You know, where is it in your life where you don't want more anymore? Where you don't desire that? Oh gosh, we got some comments. Lala said, wow, different package, same spirit. That will preach. Right. It's the truth, man. And then Kim says, and that same spirit is bringing about the same relationship. That's your new book, Teachers. Come on, speak it into my life. But it's some truth to that. And then you start, and like someone told me just recently, it can become familiar to us.
And it's easy. When things are familiar, it doesn't pull us out of our comfort zone.
Right.
It doesn't make us nervous because it's like, hey, I already know how this is going to go. And that's true, you know, for a lot of things in our lives. But when things are a little different and they tend to challenge us more. Yeah. And it tends to help us discover us. Yeah. You know, even if it's new. Let's talk about discovering who we are on the real, you know, finding out what it is we really like and what we really don't like.
Oh, Michael, that's a new person. And Shantae, good morning. Yeah, exactly. And what happens with us typically is we don't want to face those things within, okay? And so I call it dysfunctional normal. I've worked with children and from in like DFACS kind of arena for like 20 some odd years. And what I would say to people all the time, like, okay, you're telling this kid come out of that situation. They may not like what's happening to them. I know they don't like what's happening to them, whether it's physical, sexual, verbal, emotional abuse, but I still know my family's routine, right? It's called a dysfunctional normal. I know it's dysfunctional, but it's still my normal. You know, it's my normal. What you're trying to introduce to me is the unknown. What you're trying to introduce to me, I don't know that routine. You know, I don't know. That's not predictable for me. Even though my father gets drunk, I'm not saying my father, but even if the father comes in, get drunk, beat the mom, at least I know when he comes in, this is what's going to happen at 2:30 after school, you know? And I know it sounds weird, but we get comfortable even in dysfunctional situations.
Hold on. We good for 3 weeks and now we fighting.
Right.
We beefing. And then like we make up, he take me out.
Right.
And now we good. And then 3 weeks later, we having another fight. Come on now, ladies. Y'all know y'all have done this, okay? When is that okay? Like where are we going with this vicious cycle? Like it's crazy.
So you have to look at your life, ladies, and say, and I think Angel even mentioned our food, our habits, our eating habits, our exercise habits, our relationship with God. Where have we inherited or embraced a dysfunctional normal? And we haven't even tried to make any changes to make it not dysfunctional, but a new normal. I think that even the word, now I don't think the word of God even says, I'm going to do a new thing in you. But we have to be open, you know, for the new thing. You know, we can't just package it up. oh, I'm gonna package this bull up, this dookie up, and put it in a new package, and now it's clean.
It doesn't stink because it's a new package.
It's dookie. Okay? At the end of the day, it's still dookie. Okay, and so that's one of the things that we have to work on within ourselves, guys. And I know it's a process. It is a process. I don't say I've arrived. It is a process, but the hard truth when we start facing ourselves. But the beauty of it at the same time is when we do that, my gosh, no one can take that from you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I was. We've been joking about even Russell Wilson like asked that Future just stop even paying child support. He like, we don't even want this in our life anymore. So this is really like let us separate ourselves from the drama of what that was. And I think about us ladies, have we separated ourselves from some drama in our lives? Have we separated,
or are we holding on to again what's familiar, what makes us feel comfortable? And sometimes we have to just put ourselves in an uncomfortable place in order to grow. Yeah. Growing, like years ago, you used to hear people talk about growing pains, like with teenagers, and we would just ache because we were literally going through a process and our body was changing. We were no longer the little elementary school kids. Some of us were hitting that like pubescent stage and, the ugly stage with the acne. We go through that. It was uncomfortable, but look at us now, those braces didn't last forever and neither did the glasses, but it was uncomfortable, but look at where we are. We've leveled up from that part of our lives. And just like we can with that, we can with anything else that we put our mind to.
Right. And Veronica says here, also look at your self-worth. Are you not worthy of better? Yeah, that's something that happens.
That's good.
And we don't verbalize, I'm not worthy. Ladies, we don't get up in the morning and say, oh, I'm not worthy. But our actions,
emotions will take us there.
Yeah, our actions dictate that I don't believe I'm worthy of better. I don't believe I'm worthy of, this, whatever that better is. I don't think I'm worthy of a better job. I don't think I'm worthy of a better or more healthy body.
And let's talk about why. Why do we feel the way that we feel about those specific emotions that sometimes trap us? Why do we not think that our health is important enough to get out there and exercise or to eat healthier, make lifestyle choices? Why do we think that? Or why do we allow ourselves to stay in that place?
Yeah, and we have to ask ourselves, because once we start working on those things, it's powerful. Got some more comments here. Amen, angels. We all resist change, but both growth comes out of change if you stick with the process. Very good. And Lala says, just so y'all know, this show is going on my YouTube channel. It's fire. Look, I was I'm going to use the word precocious little child. I just was very curious and just used to do just weird things. So the regular navy beans you cook with, I tell this story in my groups all the time. The navy beans you cook with, whatever kind of bean, navy beans, Great Northern, one of those kind of, I took a bag of beans, and my uncle was in a wheelchair, so my grandfather had to build a ramp on our house in order for my uncle to get out. So I'm just bored one day. I take the whole bag and bury it under the ramp. Now, it was dark under the ramp because it's under a ramp. It was probably a little bit of rain getting there. And I'm just thinking, what's going to happen? Well, guys, let me tell you what happened to those beans. They sprouted up, and because the rain, it was a wooden ramp. Because of the rain, they burst through the ramp.
Wow.
And killed the ramp. But my point is, something that I planted in the ground in a dark place, didn't have to do much with it.
Okay.
It sprang up and it had the power to burst through that ramp. So you can look at that both ways. So we have a negative image of ourselves, negative thought, negative self-talk, not working on stuff, it's still going to grow. Even in that dark place, it's still going to grow. Okay, and it's going to have the power to destroy something when it grows.
Wow.
Or looking on the other side of it, if we have a positive mindset, we're working on things, and it may start off in a dark place, but it still grew, and it had the power to destroy whatever was holding it back. Those bean sprouts, those little regular beans, burst through that ramp, and my grandfather was like, I never did tell him. And
that it was you.
And I never told him. He don't know who did that. I wasn't about to get that group whooping from everybody. I already had a group whooping for them. I'm not doing it again. But it's just either way. So whatever you plant in that dark place, whatever you're planting, whether it's for your health, whether you're planting for your relationships, for your self-talk, how you feel about yourself, that thing is growing. It's growing. So if you're planning something positive, then that's what you're going to get. If you're planning something negative, that is what you're going to get. Guys, so lady, looking at yourself right now, and it didn't happen overnight. I was like, oh, that was not a big deal. And I just saw the little things, and the next thing I know, those sprouts were huge. And they burst through that ramp, that wooden ramp. I guess the rain, and then and there was a lot of us, a whole bag of them, and I just kept planting them and stuff. So that's what I'm saying to you ladies. What are you emphasizing right now? What are you putting into yourself? Because that thing is springing up. Are you going to be ready for whatever you're sowing into yourself to grow up? Okay, let's get these comments. You can get some of them. Let me see. Kim said, 3 fights with my husband, 3 too many, had to leave. Fights more vicious than the next. No more time to move on. No one should be complacent with that or anything that pigeonholes us in the spot. And then Veronica said, wow, just as we get older in age, and so it's necessary in our life. And my mom was actually talking about my father. And I just want to make that connection, because there was a time when I kept saying to myself, I hit about 15, 14 years old. And I promise you guys, with all the real 100 in me, I said, if I see my dad hit my mom again, I'm going to kill him. I am going to kill him. And like the last fight they had, I was not around. And so even what we're doing in our own life has the impact on other people around us. So we definitely cannot level up and say, hey, Marquise, that's my cousin. We definitely cannot level up until we start dealing with all those things and how they impact other people around us.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That was that was my truth. If I see him one more time, I'm gonna kill him. And that was here I am, 15, 16 years old, ruminating over that. You know, this is what I'm gonna do if I see it happen again. So when my mom leveled up, it took me to a different place. Yeah, when she said enough, it helped me get to the place that had my mind stuck. Yeah. Make a tremendous difference. Denise is watching. Denise is watching from Chicago.
Morning.
Yeah. So, ladies, we talked a little bit about, working it out for ourselves, okay? Whether that's your eating habits, because all of it, like all this stuff right here, all this angel, I'm trying to work
all
on.
this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of that, man.
And it's a process, ladies. It is a process. Celebrate your victories where they are. I mean, if you lost 3 pounds this week, treat yourself. If you volunteered somewhere and you did something, this is how we get there. You see these ladies and it's, this whole image of this boss chick, they didn't get there overnight.
Right.
I just don't believe that they got to the level that they are overnight. It takes work, it takes dedication. This is a journey. This is a life journey, and we're not going to be complete until we go 6 feet under. Right. That's when it really is all over. The good work has begun. Is completed.
Yeah, and it's a good work, but guess what? We're in partnership. So it's not just sit. Just change me. We like to pray these. Just change me. Okay, but then do this. No. Just change me.
Yeah.
Or do this. No. I just need you to change me. Well, I'm telling you exactly what you need to do so those changes can occur. So when those things are dropping in your spirit, you gotta listen to those things
and act on it.
Yeah, exactly. We just want this. Hosha la bosha, bam. You done.
Like a magic wand.
Yeah. God don't do
that. Now you a perfect thick size 10. There you go.
Right.
Boom. There you go. You ain't got to go do no workout. You ain't got to change your diet. Please. Are you serious?
Right. And like I told you guys, when I left my former relationship, I entered into a situationship. I'm just being real with you guys, because I was not prepared to deal with Angel. It was his fault. He did everything wrong. He did some stuff, right, guys? But guess what? It was some stuff I still had to fix in me.
And even when we do that, we're not prepared to receive what the real thing is, because now we're trying to wade through what's real, what's true, what's a figment of our imagination. Do I like this? Do I not? And you have to know that moving forward. You have to know that going in. I am slowly but surely embracing this new crossing into my 40 thing, because I know that there's some things that I tolerated when I was younger that I just ain't got the patience for now.
Nor should you.
And I just wish that we could all get there a little sooner, because I just feel like it would make life a little easier. And I guess that's why it was so important for us to do this show the way we did it today, because, you know, I was thinking this morning, you know, 4 decades is 40 years of knowledge, skill, and ability that I have under my belt to live life better.
Right.
And I'm still learning as I go, but as I learn and as I go, I just want to be able to share that with others. Because I think, you know, sometimes we carry guilt, we carry shame, and we don't share that with other people. The hardships that we've actually gone through, some of the craziness that we've done to ourselves, with ourselves, on behalf of ourselves, that really could help other people level up. You know, I'm your cheerleader, and I want to see you win. I want to see you make it. I want to see you boss. I want to see you write your book, start your business. I want to see you be able to do all of that. And whatever that means, however you get there, whatever that journey is, embrace it 100% all the way.
Right. I got some more comments here. Kim Hunter says, putting in the work. Yeah, that's so very important. And Lala says, faith without works or not. And Angela, hey, welcome me, Angela. I think Angela is a first-time viewer with us today. Angela says, loyalty will keep us places that common sense will quickly take us out of. What?
Come on, girl. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. If you follow God's plan for you and keep your eyes on him in the growth process, that obedience take you to the place you are meant to be, and it's beautiful. Speak the truth. And gosh, and we talked about this before, but there is this what did they call it? Oh Jesus, what is that term they use? Struggle love. This struggle love keep us in this mentality that I gotta be his ride or die chick. I gotta just stay through whatever he do.
You better get out the car.
Yeah, and Angela, that false sense of loyalty. Loyalty to what? Am I loyal to a vision? Are you moving us somewhere? Am I loyal to some goals? Are you taking us somewhere? Do you have some goals? What am I being loyal to? I'm being loyal to your crap. I'm being loyal to your mess. I'll be loyal to somebody who's trying to do something with their life, and maybe they even having a struggle in that, you know, but they have a goal and they have in mind. I'm not gonna jump ship because of that, but I'm not gonna just roll out that Titanic on you either. You know it's sinking. You know what you're doing is wrong, but I gotta stay loyal to that in order to prove. Every night I gotta prove my love. No, the devil is a liar. Come on.
No. And I always say, if it does not add value to your life, I don't care what it is. If it's a friend, a relationship, a job, a ministry, or whatever. If it does not add value, sweethearts, please know that it is taking it away from you.
There's no middle
ground. You will be drained. You will be broken. You will be a whole hot mess by the end of the journey. So evaluate, self-evaluate, look at it. You know, if you keep going to the same grocery store and it's not adding value, understand, baby doll, it is taking it away, you know. So you just gotta research. Maybe you need to, you know, stop doing, you know, Harris Teeter and go to Publix. I don't know, but y'all gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out to make this life better.
And I think I like people like Lala. She'll check in with me. So Angel, how are you doing with those pages? And she puts it back on my mind to read, you know, start writing my book. And so it might not be on that level, but ladies, what is it? Like, is it I want to go vacation somewhere I've never been. I want to take a trip. I want to read a book. I want to write a book. I want to go back to school. I got to lead this Negro. You know, I know we don't like to say that, and I'm not going to be the one who tell you what to do with your relationships or not. But you got to find your own enough. But if you've been hearing, I've had enough of this so long in your spirit, what's keeping you there? Is it fear? Is it fear of rejection? Is it fear that he's going to be better off? You know what used to keep me? I used to think that as soon as I leave him, because we had this myth in our community, as soon as I leave him, then he's going to do better. You know, or he's gonna, you know, find love and I'm not, you know.
But what if the real deal was that she was about to do better?
Right. Or I could not do better without that.
him.
Yeah, you know, and so we have these myths in our head, ladies, and we stay in situations, we stay in jobs, you know, we stay in relationships, we stay in communities, we stay in places that just got us like stuck. Stuck, and we're afraid to move out of that place to go into the next level that God has for us. And I know, and I think, and we don't even understand why we do that sometimes. So I'm asking us and giving us a challenge. Oh God, Lala said, find your own enough and another book, right? I know she's always doing. And one thing I love about Lala, she's constantly moving for the Lord. So if you find yourself like being stuck, you know, whatever that is, ladies, reevaluate that and say, God, how do it? Because God, even Jesus' 3 years of ministry, Paul's ministry, they kept it moving. They kept it moving, and that's one thing
and look how much was accomplished even in that span of time.
Yeah.
Because you continue to move, you're continuing to grow.
Yeah.
You know, it used to bother me when I was younger. Because I was like born here and I moved away. But when I would come back, you know, I would be kind of like in awe of what was still the same, you know, and here it is, you know, all these years later, there are a lot of things that are just still the same, same mindset, same mentality, same, you know, culture, same, just things have not changed, you know, I guess that's the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Even though the time is changing and things are moving, you know, there are some things that are just stuck.
So we encourage you with that on this morning. I know we've heard those things in our spirit, ladies and gentlemen. What is it that God is telling you? Look, this is what, if you just let go of this, I will give you this. What is the thing that he's saying? Just plant that seed. It's I think it's John 24:12. Except a seed go into the ground and die. It cannot produce, basically. So what is God telling you? Just look, put this. Veronica said, time wasted, no growth. Exactly. What is God saying? Look, put this down in the ground, like the bean sprouts I told you guys about. Look, what is he saying? Put this thing, lay this thing down. Lay this thing down and let me grow you. Let me change you. Because there were certain things, okay, and I really am careful because I don't like to just talk. I never talk maliciously about my ex, but I want to just be real with you guys for a second. One thing that God, he's got up order, right? And so one time he broke it down to me. As long as my ex was in this certain position as the head, God was not going to jump over him to get to me. Right? It was an order. Me, my husband, and God. So God said, even if he's a figurehead in that position, even if he's not really holding down that position the way he's supposed to, I still got to go through him. So there was like a cap on my family. There was a cap on my children. There was a cap on my career. There was a cap on my emotions. There was because he was in the position, but he was not working the position. He was in it, but not working it. Okay? And so every time I wanted to go, it's like we'll take one step up, but two steps backwards because my head was capping us off. And God was still blessing me the way he could, but he was not bouncing over the head. So when I no longer had a figurehead in that place, you know, not that God condoned divorce, but because he was not faithful to the marriage, because he was not holding down a position, there was always a cap on my family. But when that person was moved out of that position and God can just flow right to me, he was able to build me. He was able to heal me. He was able to deliver me in certain areas that the head was keeping away. Matter of fact, the head was pushing down. And so we got to look at our lives, ladies. What have we allowed to cap us off? What have we allowed to put a ceiling over us that should not be there? Or who have we allowed to do that?
Right.
And so we have to be real with ourselves. There may be, and it may be and I'll be, again, real with you guys. Just recently, I had a diagnosis of pre-diabetes. This was something that I wanted to I was trying to avoid it. My grandma had it, my mom had it, and I got a diagnosis. But it wasn't something I couldn't have avoided. I knew I shouldn't have been eating the way I was. I knew I needed to exercise consistently. And here I am now fighting that I don't get the full thing. Okay? So again, ladies, what is that thing that I was idolizing McDonald's. I want my ice cream. I want my cookies. And I want to eat the way I want. And I want to sit down and watch TV. And I want to not exercise. And I want to do what I want to do. But now I got to move that thing out my way so I can keep growing. And so it don't have to just be a man or it could be anything that's capping us off. Me going back to school and getting my licensure, remove the ceiling in my career. Now I'm making money that I couldn't make before because I can get a contract and say, look, I got this licensure. You got to pay me for that licensure. So ladies, whatever it is, what is that thing that's capping you from getting to that place you need to get? And it could be anything. It could be a person. And I'm going to be real with you. If you know it's a person, you got to remove. I'm not saying go divorce your husbands. But if you in these little relationships, these situationships, move that Negro. Move him. So God can do what he got to do in your life.
Absolutely. The scriptures even tell us that above all else, he wants us to prosper, be in good health. I mean, this is the word, one thing is your cheerleader, but this is like the word of God. This is what he wants for his children, for his sons,
Right.
for his daughters.
Right.
We got comments.
We got a lot of comments. Look, Jason says, "Famo, morning." I say stuff in his voice. Morning, sister cousins.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
And Veronica says she can relate to that. Yes, yes. Ashley's coming in. Hey, Ashley. And then Pilar said, this is my girl, Pilar. We've been friends forever. "I used to be so angry about not receiving child support that it was making me poof."
Listen.
Ooh, Jesus. What you say? It was making me poor.
Yeah.
My fixation on lack was Pilar. Yes. Yes. I was just telling someone yesterday. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm not about to argue with you every month about money. I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and do me and my family. And we have prospered. We have not missed a beat. And every year God does something to amaze us. Yes. Come on, Pilar. That hit my shando. That was shando. That was a shando moment. And then Shantae says, "Same here. That's why my diet and exercise regimen has changed." And Veronica said, "You can reverse that. That's what I'm working on. It's already," look, I know these terms now. My A1C is already coming down. So
Okay,
yes,
there you go.
I'm working on that. Jason, a lid versus a cover. No, hashtag no John Dre. And Paul, hey Paul, very powerful. He said, "Good knowledge." Yeah. So I'm just gonna be completely real with you guys all the time. And it was when I started saying, okay, what do I need to deal with me? What's my standard? And it took that last situationship. Here I am in the church, seeking God, and then I let someone come in and just rock my world. And I said, wait a minute, how did I leave 21 years of foolishness to walk into just openly like, yes, I sign me up for foolishness.
Right.
And I said, no more foolishness, Angel. No more, Look,
When you know better, you can do better.
Yes. And so then I had to reevaluate, yes. And I started seeing, okay, I started picking it apart. And that's when I got that same spirit, different body. I'm like, that selfishness, I know that selfishness. That lack of commitment, I know that. That lying spirit, I know that. And so I started picking out these things, even though it was packaged in church man, godly man, blah, 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 blah. It was the same old mess I had dealt with before. And I was so open to it. It's like I was like, yes, I need some of that. I'll take the bull in my life. Thank you. Because I was so accustomed to it. But when I said no more, for real, evaluated my mess and repented, ladies, and said, God, look, this is my mess. I found myself having to break it down to God, like crying, like, God, I'm stuck in this area. This thing got me bound. And I thought I was done with it, and I'm not, God. This thing has me bound. And it was rooted in rejection. That was the spirit behind it. It was rejection. But I had to take that thing to God. And when I finally was real with him, real with myself, that thing lifted, and the healing and the deliverance was able to start. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was not even about just get you a new man. Hey, Melissa. This was not get you a new man. Now you leveled up. Ladies, you can't even see him. Because you're going to keep going after the same dude, the same kind of spirit if you don't fix stuff within.
And so I guess it makes it better because he's in the church, but he the same mess that was, okay,
F boys are in the church. Matter of fact, F boys
are in the church.
And the church F boys are the worst because they'll hit you
with
with a scripture one moment and
try to make you feel some type of way.
And this and the next moment. They're the worst. They the worst. Let me tell you what I know, not what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I don't want that to be the message. Oh, she got her a new man, so now she leveled up. Yeah. Because guess what? You can level up and stay single.
Yep.
And still be boss. But so whatever God is pushing you, hey Diane.
Good morning.
And so whatever God is pulling you to do, whatever he's pushing you to do, that's your level up. That's your book. You're going back to school. Your your health, your diet, reading your word. It may be God saying, I want you to know your word better. That's a level. Matter of fact, you can't even, apart from him, you can't do anything. So if you don't know the promises, the correction, the healing, the instruction in the word, it's hard to do anything else.
Right.
So guys, we're asking you guys, where is he leading you? Where is he telling you to go with these things?
Absolutely.
What is he asking you to do? And then that level up and it's not the reward is the man. We're not down to men. I love my men. We love our men. She said, "Amen." Block the F boys. Yes, that's a whole movement. Block the F boys. Right? Because they will remain there in your life if you keep letting them. Right? I know the whole language. I was messing with one so long.
Yes,
I know the whole language. It's a whole code for them. So I digress. But yeah, ladies. So if you start recognizing these things, God start dropping in your spirit. And we're not saying the reward at the end of it is a man. Maybe it is. Maybe God will bless you with the husband that you desire. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe he will do those things in your life. But he also may bless you with the book that you desire, or the ministry or that you desire, the career that you desire. He may take your kids to the next level. I told you when my mom removed hers, I shot up because my whole fixation was I gotta kill him. Mm-hmm. I gotta hate him. Mm-hmm. I'm angry at him. I could not focus on anything else because of what I saw my dad do to my mom. And then our relationship got healed later, but in that moment, all I could see was red. Like I'm going to kill him if I see him hit my mom again. And that was it. I was figuring it out. I used to keep a knife by me because I said if I see it again, that's it. Mm-hmm. So just think of what my life would have been had I done that. You know? Oh, got some more comments.
All right.
You two are truly angels. Love you to life. Real talk. Hey, brother, thank you. So, ladies, look. Let me see. We well past time.
Oh my goodness.
We was into this conversation, but yeah, guys, we just want to encourage you. You know, we're gonna always keep it very real with you, very genuine with you, so that you can get your breakthrough in different areas. Because I have not arrived, but I promise you, I'm in a better place. Hey, Lakia. I promise you, and I'm in a better place, and I'm really. Oh, whoa! Wait, I gotta get this coming. Church dudes will take you to the altar
right before they take you to hell.
Some of them. Look, bro. Let me tell you. I had a church dude tell me that right before he gets engaged to someone else, he wanted to have me. And he was serious about that. That was his goal. Like, I'm gonna marry somebody else, but I want that's the F boy in the church. That's how the church boys get down. I'm gonna do right on here, but I want to mess you up a little bit more. Situationship. Yeah, they'll do it. They will straight do it. Take somebody else out.
Ladies, don't fall for it. Yeah. Don't fall for the trap.
Have you singing like, what's that, Best of Will song? Congratulations. It should have been me. No. The devil is a liar. Right, okay. Right. But look, guys, we have enjoyed this time with you. We want to get this letter. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Anissa said, good morning.
Ma'am.
This is blessing me and setting me free.
Yes,
thank you,
ma'am.
ladies. Look, he who the Son set free is free indeed. Absolutely. You see some freedom right here. You see some liberty here.
Then grab it.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yes.
That was for me, too.
I'm sharing my liberty with you so you can get some of yours. And even if I got to sound like a fool for a moment, like, Dad, she did that. Yeah.
Yes.
I did some dumb stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God for deliverance.
Right.
Thank God for freedom.
Right.
Thank God for forgiveness.
Right.
Oh, my God. Because we done did some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I ain't even gonna go there, but okay.
Yeah, get that no more down in your spirit,
guys.
No more. Get that enough down in your spirit, because it's real, man.
I'm telling you, when you get there, people wonder how they gonna wonder how you got there. When you sick and tired of being sick and tired, honey, that thing will propel you into a whole different place. Like, no questions asked. Yeah. No questions asked. And it'll be with the strength and help of God. Yeah. But when you make up your mind to do better, I'm telling you, it will be better. It will be better.
And we have a lot of brothers and sisters. We're gonna end on this. We have a lot of brothers and sisters in this group. Look, link up with somebody. It might not be this person per se, but link up with somebody and say, help hold me accountable. Yeah. Like Lala and I, we'll just text each other. Like the last text she gave me, I mean, we pray for each other. But when she said about how you doing with your book, and I was like, okay. But it kept it on my mind. Like, Angel, somebody else believes that there's a book in you. Mm-hmm. Get that thing out here. Get it out for and she just put it in there again. There's no hate in our relationship, you know? And I love that. So get you some people that's not going to hate on you, not going to bring you down, and that's going to say, tell them your level up stuff. Tell somebody, okay, I know God has told me I need to do this. I know I still have a business. I have a whole not-for-profit business in me, an organization in me. I have it in me. It's in me right now. And so somebody that come along and say, you know what, I'll link my faith with yours. I'll link my resources with yours. And so that you can push that thing out. So we need those people. We need midwives, spiritual midwives, emotional midwife that will come along with you and say, nuh-uh, baby girl, you cannot get stuck here. You cannot get stuck here. I need you to go forward. Okay.
Absolutely.
Bless the Lord.
Our producer just put in a comment and he said, Christ was willing to show Thomas his scars. And he says, I still appreciate you ladies for being Christ-like in this regard.
Oh,
to God
you,
be all the glory.
Yeah,
like
I
just want to see you win. I do. Like if nobody else does,
Right.
know the angel
Yeah.
and Angel want to
Right.
see you win.
Yeah,
we want
I
to
love
see
it.
you make
I
it. We want to
celebrate
see
it.
you level up.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
level
You
up.
said,
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Want to see you level
Level
up.
up.
Yes.
Look,
Okay.
we have enjoyed you guys so
It
much.
was so much fun.
Look, like and share the page. We don't know what we're going to talk about next week. Who knows?
We don't know,
Look,
but
give,
it'll
give,
be good.
Yeah, give us a topic, you know.
Y'all
Bless
give us
the Lord.
get in our inbox.
Right.
Get in our
That's so cute.
Yeah, too.
Okay, guys, look, we got silly now. But we're going to get over here. Nisa says, freedom, strongholds are real. Tina said, thank you, ladies. See y'all next Sunday. Thank you, Tina. You so faithful. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the day. We can't see. It's dark in here.
It's dark.